All right, international break. That means we get 2 matches for England, and the first of which is a friendly game against Wales at Wembley Stadium. This is being played Thursday night, 7:45 p.m. kickoff time. But who is going to line up for the Three Lions and the Welsh Dragons with competitive matches for both after this international friendly? Let's go into England first of all, where I think we're going to heavily rotate compared to what we normally do. This is a perfect time for Thomas Tuchel to experiment with his side. He's not going to have that many international friendlies between now and the FIFA World Cup in summer 2026, so it is worth changing around the lineup a little bit at least to be able to see what is going to happen. We'll go from back to front like we normally do, and we're going to start in goal where I've put Dean Henderson. James Trafford could of course make his England debut. I'd like to see him make his England debut at some point, but he's not going to be playing regularly for Manchester City, so I think Dino is a much better choice in goal. I think Jordan Pickford should be the first choice, and I expect him to be back for Latvia in the match that follows this one, but I do think Dino is going to get a chance here. It'd be good to see him get an opportunity. I don't think he's played yet under Thomas Tuchel. I think he's a great goalkeeper, having a fantastic season with Crystal Palace, had a great season last season too, so I think Dean Henderson should start in goal. Well, I'm also expecting to see a debutant for left back position as well, Nico O'Reilly, a guy who of course came into this squad late after Reece James withdrew from the squad. His natural position is left back, so I expect him to start there. I've put Jed Spence at right back. Of course, he made his debut against Serbia coming off the bench. He could well make his first start for the Three Lions this week as well. His main position is a left back. We don't really have many right backs left. Kyle Walker's not in the squad. Trent isn't in the squad. James obviously isn't in the squad either. So from having an absolute plethora of right back options, we don't really have an out-and-out right back in the squad. So it could be Jed Spence, it could be Ezri Konsa, it could be Jarrell Kwanzaa. He could move over there instead perhaps, but I've gone with Jed Spence just because it's a friendly, so it's worth experimenting with that. In the centre of defence, Dan Burn. In the centre of midfield, I've got 2 double-barrel surnames there, Morgan Gibbs-White and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. 2 guys again who haven't played too much for England, but 2 guys who've done very well for their respective clubs, Nottingham Forest and AC Milan. Milan, of course, top of the Serie A over in Italy, so it'd be good to see what Loftus-Cheek can do from a starting position. In attacking midfield, I've gone with Anthony Gordon on the left, Jared Bowen on the right, and Morgan Rogers down the middle. Again, I expect all of these positions to change for the competitive match against Latvia, but there's a bunch of other players that could well start up there. We could see Morgan Gibbs-White start further forward instead of in centre midfield. We could see someone like Eze. We could see someone like Saka. But again, I think Tuchel's going to want for the guys who don't make that many England appearances. Up top, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Kane starts this. He seems to play every single game for England. After all, he's very good. But I would like to see Ollie Watkins get a start. He missed out on the previous England squad. Aston Villa, very poor in general at the start of the season. But they've got their act together now. They're getting some more wins, and Watkins has also got off the mark in terms of goals, I do believe, as well, so it'd be good to see him get a start for the Three Lions. That all, of course, in the usual 4-2-3-1 formation. You probably figured it out just by looking at it, but might as well say it as well just to make sure you're aware of that. For Wales, I have gone with the usual 4-3-3 that Craig Bellamy uses for the Dragons. Carl Darlow in goal. In defence, it's Davis, Metham, Rodon and Williams, all relatively experienced. I think they've all got at least 50 caps there, so that's a very experienced back line. Even Ampadu in kind of a central defensive midfield role, maybe going forward into the centre of midfield. David Brooks could be a threat from the centre of midfield as well. Same with Harry Wilson, particularly from set pieces, of course. Brennan Johnson on the right, Nathan Broadhead on the left, and Kiefer Moore up top. Big man up top, the target man up top for Wales there. In terms of a score prediction, I think we're going to absolutely hammer these guys. I mean, especially given the fact we were very good against Serbia, I feel like this will be a relatively comfortable win. I think, to be honest, we could put the under-18s out and still beat Wales. So I expect a relative B side from England to be able to win this one very comfortably. I'm going with 3-0 to the Three Lions. But yeah, that is my prediction, guys. I'll, of course, be here to review the game as well. What are you thinking for this one? Are you feeling confident? Are you bothered about this game? It is a rivalry between our two countries, of course. But I think, like most England fans, don't really care about Wales that much in general. And also, to be honest, it's a friendly, so it doesn't really mean anything. But can you imagine if they managed to get a draw or a win in this one? It'd be like winning the World Cup to them, because they're probably not going to win the World Cup anyway in 26. So yeah, those are my predictions, guys. Those are enough truth bombs I've sent the way of Wales. I like you guys, really. I love Wales. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that one, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more hard-hitting facts on the world of football like this. And we'll see you soon.